Good day, St. Martin. I'm Yesenia Lazaro.
And I'm Austin Lawrence.
Welcome back to another edition of St. Martin News Desk.
Brought to you by TV 15.
We bring the latest and most important stories around the island and beyond.
Let's dive into our top headlines.
Ombudsman attends International Good Governance Conference in Malta. Ombudsman Gwendolyn Mussel represented St. Martin at an international conference on good governance held in Malta from October 16th to 17th, 2025. The event, themed Upholding Good Governance in Challenging Times, the Role of the Ombudsman, brought together ombudsman, human rights defenders, and accountability bodies from across Europe and beyond. Participants discussed issues such as ethical governance, citizen trust, protection of vulnerable groups, and the growing influence of digitalization and AI on public administration. The conference underscored the Ombudsman's enduring role in defending democracy, integrity, and fairness in government. Ms. Mussel said the event provided valuable insights and global best practices. The discussions reaffirmed our shared commitment to ensuring that justice remains a living promise for all citizens, she stated. The gathering also highlighted the need for stronger cross-border collaboration to promote accountability and uphold citizens' rights worldwide.
Court overturns eviction of longtime Beacon Hill tenant. The Court of First Instance has overturned a rent committee ruling that allowed the eviction of attorney Eric Janssen from his Beacon Hill apartment, finding that his landlords acted unlawfully by cutting off water and electricity. In its October 27 judgment, the court ruled that landlords Dr. Hida Peter Deketh and Sharon Deketh Banfield failed to provide valid legal grounds for ending Janssen's 17-year lease at Fancoral Road 17-2. The court said the landlord's claims of rent arrears, nuisance, and plans for own use were unsubstantiated. Janssen, who has lived in the apartment since 2008 and is reportedly in poor health, said the eviction efforts and utility disconnections caused severe personal hardship. The court agreed, calling the disconnection of essential utilities disproportionate and unlawful. The alleged arrears, around $2,350, were deemed too minor to justify eviction, especially since Janssen's law firm had offered to settle them. The court also dismissed claims of disruptive behavior, noting no prior warnings had been issued. The landlords were ordered to pay 2,950 guilders in legal costs. While the ruling ensures Janssen cannot be evicted, his utilities remain disconnected as enforcement proceedings continue.
Minister Brug opens Health and Hygiene Week at Sister Regina Primary School. The Honorable Minister of Public Health, Social Development and Labor, Reginald Brug, officially opened Health and Hygiene Week at Sister Regina Primary School on Monday, October 27th. Organized by the school's Parent-Teacher Association, known as PTA, the annual event promotes healthy lifestyles, personal and dental hygiene, and mental well-being. During the opening ceremony, attended by school manager Samantha Beaton, PTA representatives, and students, Minister Brug encouraged children to take daily steps toward better health. Health is more than not being sick, he said, stressing the importance of good nutrition, exercise, and emotional balance. Following the ribbon cutting, students joined the minister in a lively hula hoop contest led by PTA member Olga. Throughout the week, guest speakers, including a dentist, doctor, social worker, and dietitian, will engage students through interactive sessions focused on wellness, hygiene, and disease prevention. The hurricane season may be winding down, but one storm just proved that it's far from over. When we come back in our featured story, the story of Hurricane Melissa and why this late season monster is rewriting records across the Caribbean.
A new day begins. The sun rises over St. Martin, bringing new energy, new possibilities. This island was built on resilience, progress, and the strength of its people. Our connection is what moves us forward. It links our communities, our businesses, our families. From the heart of the island to the shores beyond, we've connected St. Martin. From every street to every home, this network was built for St. Martin by St. Martin hands. Connection isn't just about signals, it's about people. This is your island and your network recharged. Proudly local, we're here for today, tomorrow, and every milestone ahead.
Hey there, it's Mizzy with a Sunshine Report, straight out of Sunshine City, St. Martin, bringing you the warmth and the sunshine you need to kickstart your day. So let's dive into today's forecast and see how the skies are treating us. And that's your Sunshine Report, brought to you by the Met Department of St. Martin. Stay safe, stay friendly, Sunshine City.
Curvin George appointed Program Manager for Healthcare Capacity in the Caribbean parts of the Kingdom. Curvin George will officially assume his new role as Program Manager of Healthcare Capacity for the Dutch Caribbean, covering Curaçao, Aruba, St. Martin, and the Caribbean Netherlands, effective November 1st, 2025. George's appointment comes as the region faces one of its most pressing challenges, the shortage of qualified healthcare professionals. The Health Systems Review 2024 underscored the urgent need for strategic action to strengthen healthcare capacity across the islands. As Program Manager, George will oversee initiatives aimed at expanding opportunities for students entering healthcare programs at both vocational and university levels, while also focusing on the retention and return of graduates to the region. The goal is to create a supportive and sustainable work environment that encourages professionals to stay and build their careers within the Caribbean territories. George, who has been part of the Rijksdienst Caribisch Nederland RCN since October 10, 2010, brings extensive leadership experience to the role. His previous positions include Director of the Guardianship Council, Director of Youth Care, and most recently Head of Healthcare at ZJCN, where he managed the healthcare and service provision portfolio under the Ministry of Public Health, Welfare and Sport. His new assignment reflects a continued commitment to building resilient and equitable healthcare systems across the Caribbean region of the Kingdom.
3 seats open in upcoming COCI Board elections. The St. Martin Chamber of Commerce and Industry, known as COCI, has announced that 3 board positions will become vacant as of January 1st, 2026. These seats will be filled through the upcoming COCI Board elections. The nomination period runs from Friday, November 7th to Friday, November 21st, 2025. And all nomination forms must be submitted to the Chamber by 12 p.m. on November 21st. The business community is reminded that nomination forms will be available at the Chamber from the start of the nomination period. Eligible voters are those listed in the commercial register as owners, partners, managers, or directors of registered businesses. Large business voters are defined as those representing companies with a minimum capital investment of 100,000 guilders, while those below that threshold are classified as small businesses. To be eligible for elections, candidates must be residents of St. Martin for at least 2 years, hold Dutch citizenship, be at least 25 years old by August 15, 2025, and have no disqualifying legal or professional restrictions. Each term of office lasts 3 years, with 1/3 of the board stepping down annually by rotation. The Chamber also advises all businesses wishing to participate in the election to settle any outstanding balances at the COCI office before submitting their nominations.
Integrity Chamber launches Ivan the Iguana coloring book to teach integrity to young students. The Integrity Chamber has launched a new coloring book aimed at introducing St. Martin's youngest students to the values of honesty, fairness, and kindness. Titled Ivan the Iguana, the book uses age-appropriate illustrations and activities to help children understand integrity in a fun, engaging way. It will be distributed to schools across the island as part of the Chamber's ongoing effort to promote ethical awareness. Director Sharna Pompier presented the first copy to Honorable Minister of Education Melissa Gums on October 9th, 2025, highlighting the ministry's vital role in shaping future generations. This initiative encourages children to see integrity as a way of life from an early age, said Pompier. The Chamber plans to expand similar educational outreach programs to strengthen the culture of integrity across the community. Late October, yet Jamaica is now facing one of the strongest hurricanes in its modern history. After the break, we look at Hurricane Melissa and what it means for the Caribbean moving forward.
Let's put everything on the table. People always give their opinion, and you can either take it or crunch it. Let them judge. We give in to the most irresistible flavor. We devour every nugget that falls in our hands, especially when it's our crunchy fried chicken. And let the crumbs fly if needed. Let them keep judging. We'll keep indulging. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
You could talk to your family, talk to your friends. Affordability and convenience. Community connection, that makes sense. Reliability with experience. Hey, for every love, every adventure. Number one provider, they got ya. We tell them your data is always on. You can opt out whenever you want. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want the road. Control my data, yeah, yeah, yeah. Always connected every time, everywhere. Money low, but I never fair. I know, tell them it's there. Connectivity, that's what I like. Flexibility, that's what I like. Reliability, that's what I like. Tell them, sign me up for life. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Come tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to go. Come tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to road.
Guess what? I got an idea. It's amazing. You see how we have the link sharing all everywhere?
QR link,
the
yeah.
QR link?
Yeah.
Raw Caribbean Channel app. Yeah. You're welcome. Put it in the back.
But it's not an app, though. It's not an app. App, you have to like download something to get it on your phone, take up space. It's not an app.
It's like an app. Therefore, it can be an app. So, it's an app. Raw Caribbean TV app. Say it with me, Al. Come on.
It's not an app, though. All you got to do with that, it's a link. You take the link, you hit the bookmark, you say, add to home screen, and so it shows up like an app icon, but it's not an app though.
Are you a real person? It is an app because you get to watch all the programs from Raw Caribbean at one place. It is an app.
I don't know how to explain this to you, but factually and technically, it's not an app. Kind of like we do the news, facts,
Yeah.
and you do that thing you do.
Whoa.
Point being, you just go to the QR, you hit bookmarks, and you hit add to home screen, and then you can have the link to, let's give it another name.
The app.
You want to call it the app?
Raw Caribbean TV app.
Jess.
Yes.
Jess, please, give some sense, Jess. Jess.
It's kind of like an app.
That's why she gets the big bucks.
It's not an app, though. It's not a app. What the It's not a app.
You kiss your mother with her mouth? My God. Watch Raw Caribbean TV app.
Watch Raw Caribbean TV app.
Yes.
It's not an app, though.
Good day. As the Caribbean nears the end of another hurricane season, all eyes have been on Jamaica, where the nation spent the last few days bracing for what meteorologists feared could be a historic storm. That fear became reality when Hurricane Melissa, a rapidly intensifying system that grew at a Category 5 strength, made landfall as the strongest storm to ever hit Jamaica in modern history. It's a sobering reminder that even this late in October, the Caribbean remains vulnerable. To understand what made this storm so destructive and what it signals about the region's changing climate, here's Alston with today's feature.
When Hurricane Melissa roared ashore in southwestern Jamaica, it did so with sustained winds exceeding 185 miles per hour, a force few storms in the Atlantic ever reach. As per this report, the system has since weakened slightly to a Category 4 hurricane with winds still around 145 miles per hour, but its destructive power continues to batter the island. Meteorologists reported up to 30 inches or 76 centimeters of rainfall expected in some areas, triggering flash floods, landslides, and dangerous storm surges. Parts of the south coast have already seen rivers overflowing and homes swept away by fast-moving water. Eyewitnesses describe scenes of chaos and fear. A Jamaican man told the BBC the winds are so strong you would not be able to stand up, while a woman said, "Water is coming through my roof. I am not okay." Those voices echoed across the island as residents huddled in shelters praying for safety. The Jamaican government declared a state of emergency, ordering mandatory evacuations in flood-prone and coastal areas. More than 800 shelters opened across the island and airports were closed ahead of landfall. Prime Minister Andrew Holness urged citizens to take the warning seriously, calling Melissa a storm without precedent. As Melissa crosses Jamaica and moves toward Cuba, forecasters warn that it will remain a severe hurricane capable of widespread damage and continued heavy rainfall throughout the region. What makes this storm particularly notable is not just its power, but its place in history. Melissa became the third Category 5 hurricane of the 2025 Atlantic season, something that has happened only once before in 2005. It also marks the first time Jamaica has experienced a direct landfall from a storm of this intensity in recorded history. Closer to home, St. Martin's Office of Disaster Management expressed solidarity with Jamaica. National Disaster Coordinator Clive Richardson said, "Our thoughts and prayers are with the people of Jamaica. The coming hours and days will be extremely difficult. We know that feeling all too well." From Irma and Lewis. Richardson commended Jamaica's Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, ODPEM, and Jamaica Information Service, JIS, for their round-the-clock efforts to inform and protect residents. He also extended thoughts to Haiti and the Dominican Republic, where torrential rains from Melissa have already caused significant flooding. Meteorologists say this storm adds to growing evidence that the hurricane season is lasting longer and becoming more volatile, with warmer ocean temperatures fueling stronger, faster forming systems. It's a clear message. Preparedness in the Caribbean can no longer be confined to the traditional June to November window. Jess?
For Jamaica, the devastation from Hurricane Melissa will take time to fully assess, but the resilience of its people will once again define the recovery. For the rest of the Caribbean, this late season storm serves as both a warning and a call to action. To remain vigilant, strengthen disaster readiness, and recognize the new realities of a changing climate. Our hearts remain with the people of Jamaica today and with those across the region affected by Hurricane Melissa's path. For weather and storm updates, visit the Met Department of St. Martin at meteosxm.com. I'm Jasenia, and this has been our featured story, Prayers for Jamaica. That's all the time we have for today's edition of St. Martin News Desk.
Thank you for joining us. Remember, new episodes premiere every weekday morning at 8 a.m. on TV 15 and then across the social media platforms. I am Austin Lawrence.
And I'm Jessica Lassiter, wishing you an amazing evening and see you tomorrow.
You should say it.
Stay friendly, St. Martin.
Boom.